Good morning and welcome to our crafting session this morning. It is Monday the 20th of February 2023. My name's Jenny McCormack and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the centre of the UK. Thanks for joining us. I hope you've had a great weekend if you're watching us live on Monday morning. If you have any queries or comments, don't hesitate to pop them in the comment section, especially if you are live with us. Do say hi and let me know that you're here. If you're watching on replay or catch up, whether that's here on Facebook or on YouTube, if you have any queries or you want to make a comment, then again pop those in the comment section, and I do check over those regularly and I do try to respond to everyone. Occasionally a few slip through the net, but if you have any queries, don't hesitate to pop them in and I will get back to you. So good morning to everybody who's watching live. We had a little bit of fun a few weeks ago with the Love Cats stamp set, which is this one here. It's a lovely bright morning, so I haven't got any of my overhead LED lights, so fingers crossed it will be like this all week. So this is the Love Cats stamp set. It features 3 cat images, as you can see, and 3 cute matching sentiments. And a few weeks ago, possibly even 4 weeks ago, I created this card using the gingham papers behind, country design, and then stamped the cat hanging over whatever line it might be, whether it's a washing line or anything. And just added the sentiment, I love hanging out with you. Hi Kerry, good evening to you in Australia. So that was what I created a while ago, and then I thought this would be a great time to go back to the cats and make the cats be sitting or doing whatever on different objects from different stamp sets. So these are the ones that I've created last week. So this one is just hanging out between 2 trees, and I've used the trees from the Sweet Songbird set that I used last week, which was our stamp set of the week. Morning Carol and morning Brenda. How lovely to have you both join us as well. You may notice, although it may not pick up on the screen, that this background Mango Melody card is embossed, and this is embossed with a brand new embossing folder that's coming out beginning of March, which is, thinking about it, is only next week. It's a set of 3 new embossing folders, so they come as a set of 3. They're all 3D and it's got this lovely crisscross pattern. So that's just one of them, and the others I'll be featuring shortly. For this one I also stamped the sentiment because I didn't have much room here. Stamped the sentiment on a piece of white card and I punched that out with our duet oval punch. So this is the one that has the 2 ovals, and then that allowed me to put it on the side, and I used a little bit of sponging on the side there to highlight that. This one I've used the tree again from the Sweet Songbird. So this was a set that we used all last week. So I've used this, which can be used either as a branch that way or standing up as a tree. And also you could use any tree or foliage design. So on this one I put it going across so that the cat was hanging out over, lying down over the branch, and then just added a little bit of detail. And I've also stamped the leaves in the background. They're quite pale, so I'm not sure whether you can actually see that on the camera, or maybe you can just see that on the camera. I've got this one here with the cat on the present, and that is from now the name of the stamp set's completely gone out of my mind, but it has a present and it has a bunch of flowers. I'll try and find it before the end, but I thought that was quite sweet with the cat sat on the present. And then finally I've got the cat sat on top of the basket or barrel, and that is from Cheerful Basket, this one here, which funnily enough has another cat in it, and this one's designed to have things popped inside, and I thought it'd be good fun to have the cat on there, and he could sit on the top or on the bottom. So I'm just going to do a couple more of those to show you. So this is going to be at our coffee and card this afternoon in Toaster, and also tomorrow morning in Brackley at our new location. So if you are local and want to create one of these, then you'd be most welcome to join us. So I've got a circle which I've die cut using the largest circle from our Stylish Shapes die set. Just grabbing a piece of grid paper here because I want to stamp obviously off the edges. So let's do the sort of tree one first. So it doesn't really matter which one we do. We can do the one with the lying on the branch, or we can do the one with the cat in the trees. Maybe I'll do that one. Not that there's much in it. Oh, that would be lovely, Brenda. I don't know whether you've been there already, but it's nice easy parking right outside, literally. Okay, so I've got my tree branch here. It could also be a washing line, of course, and I'm going to use early espresso, and just inking this up. Obviously you're only going to see a small part of this tree. Let's have one here, like so, and another one here, like that. There we go. Then I'm going to use the greenery, but what I'm going to do is stamp my cat first so that I don't obliterate the cat completely. So let's grab him. So it's this one here that I'm using. They're very sweet, and the good thing is you can do the cats obviously any colour of ink that you've got. So we use grey, we use black, we used brown, light grey. You could use Cajun craze, pumpkin pie. Of course you will be, you're absolutely more than welcome to wear a mask, Brenda, and where we are in the coffee shop we're tucked away in the corner, so it's nice and quiet. You won't have people you know, all around you, but it'd be lovely to see you. So I've just realised, have I got enough space? Perhaps I should have put my cat first. Oh, I think I should have done my cat first. So let's just do that. Let's have a black cat for this one. Okay, I didn't think, and I didn't leave enough space. So you want to make sure that, because this is quite a big and a solid stamp, that you take the ink pad to the stamp so that you can see if you've got any patchy areas. Now my black ink pads are a little bit hit and miss. I have refilled some of them, but some of these are, I had actually before I joined as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, so some of these are over 12 years old. So you can see I've got a little patch there. hopefully that will be enough. Okay, and the cat does have some shading on his back to show the fur. So I'm going to pop this in him in here. And then I can put everything else around. And in fact, this is what I suggested, excuse me, at Coffee and Card. Stamp the cat first, and especially if you've got clear stamps to add, you can then see where you're putting the basket or the trees or whatever. Okay, that's better. So there's our black cat. Now I can add my trees and branches. I've got cleaner here somewhere. Let me just clean that off. There we go. Okay, so that's better. Right, so I've got early espresso, but you could use Eddie Brown, soft suede, crumb cake, really, whatever you want. So I'm actually going to have this slightly, it's really just on the edge. 1, 2. So I hope everybody's had a nice weekend. The weather here was certainly lovely, Saturday and Sunday. There we go. Let's cover that one up. Let's grab a smaller block with our leaves. So really any florals will do. I'm going to use the leaves from that Sweet Songbird again. There we go. Okay, so this is Pear Pizzazz. Let's turn this over, otherwise it's a bit confusing. And so all I'm going to do is just add in some leaves. And I'm stamping off and stamping again to get that light and dark effect. So you've got, it looks like some of the leaves are further over or behind. And you can take these leaves right the way over the back if you want. And really as many as you would like. Let's pop another one in there. Hopefully you can see that okay. Yes, there we go. There we are. So it's holding a little heart. Excuse me. So I'm just going to colour that in. I'm going to colour this one in red. Oh, I should take my glasses off. That would be better. And on the bottom here, excuse me, you could have some grass, or you could have your sentiment. So the sentiment says here, I love hanging out with you. But you could also just have a hello or a hi there. Let's see what I've got to hand. I've got, there's a little thanks on here. That will do for today. Says thanks. Let's grab that small one there. So I've had great fun looking through, that's green, and I wanted espresso. I've had great fun looking through my stamp sets, trying to find things for the cats to sit on or be on. So this is where it's always worth looking at your existing stamps to see what you've got that you could use. There we go. There he is. So all I'm going to do now is mount this up. Ready? So I've got just some nice easy square cards. So these measure 9.9 centimeters by 9.9, which means you can get 3 out of an A4 sheet of card. And I think I'm probably going to choose that background, but I'm going to stamp the leaves all the way over as well. So let's just do that. Just to show you a different background. So again, you can stamp and then stamp off. And I've turned the leaves round so they sort of go around where the design is. I could actually do it, think about it, do it just on the top. Oops, went the wrong way. But there we go. Such a sweet little leaf set, this. But you could use any foliage you've got, as I said. Morning, Catherine. Don't worry, that's okay. There we go. So there's our cat in its trees hanging over. So I'm just going to layer those up. So that's going to go onto my white card. So the coloured card is 9.5 by 9.5 centimetres. Let's grab some glue. Put that layer onto our card. Like so. And then this layer could go on with dimensionals. Give it a little bit of height and interest. Not many ones though, we'll be here a long time. I use those. And that's all I can find. Let's grab some edges. So just to support this really. There we go. Oh, Kerry said they've had some very hot days. Yeah, it's been, well, it's not as been hot here obviously as it has for you in Australia, but it was, I think it was 16 over the weekend. There we go. So there he is, or she. And let's do one perhaps on the tub, but what I'm going to do is turn it over so he's on the other side of it, on the bottom as it were, like an upturned tub. So it's definitely worth having a look to see what other stamps you could use with this to have a little bit of fun. So let's grab that cat there. if you had the pile of books, trying to think of the name of the stamp set, but it had a pile of books on, that would be really good to have him or her sat on the top of the books. So let's just ink this up. Let's have, I'm going to go for early espresso for this one. So inking it up, and again the cat needs to come first. I think I've got that all. And you can afford to put him quite high, or her, like so. There we go. And then let's grab the basket, bucket, pail, or whatever you want it to be. And so what I'm going to do for this one is have it upturned like that. And this is where you can see having a clear stamp for one of the components is great, because you can see roughly where you're positioning this. Where you've got a rubber one, it's more difficult to see exactly, not impossible, but slightly more difficult. I'll just use early espresso as it's here. Let's grab spare piece. I know I don't need to ink up the whole thing, but I always like to do that unless it's really obvious, because you never quite know. So, oh, I moved it as it went down. So I think I'm going to have a little gap. I am. So I've got two choices. I can either fill in with a little bit, or I can do this again. I think what I'm going to do is just try and fill it in. So if you can see, there's a little gap. As it went down, I moved my hand. I could feel like I did it as it went down. So I have got some pens here. So what I'm going to do is just add a line like so, to make it look like it's the bottom of the barrel. So this is dark crumb cake. Just bringing this in from either side like so. And then I'll grab, hopefully, a light crumb cake. Here's one. There we go. And I could actually leave that bit, but obviously the barrel goes on down here. So this is one of almost my original blends pens, and I can tell that because of the washi tape around the middle. Okay, just going to switch to the other end, blend it in. Oh yes. So the comment was from, who was it? Oh yes, Catherine. Oh, set birthday fiesta or something. Banners, yes. And wheelbarrow, if you had the set that had the wheelbarrow in. I mean, all sorts of things, really. There we go. Cute. And I'm just going to colour this in. I might colour this in a yellow to look like a little gold heart or something. It's daffodil, but there we go. Dark daffodil. There we are. And you can colour in the cat's eyes as well if you wish. So they can be sort of a yellow or a green. Let's see if I've got... soft sea foam works quite well. Sort of green eyes. And you could do a tiny little pink nose if you wished. There we go. Okay, so there is that one. So it's the same as this one, but I've upturned the basket barrel. So let's just choose a backing and a sentiment. And I'm sort of feeling I want a mango colour, like so. And for this one, I think what I'm going to do is have this slightly high and then stamp a sentiment in here from a scrap piece. So let's have let's see, I've got a little, that's too small. I think I might do thanks friend, see if that will fit. Block come after. And I always like to stamp two sentiments separately rather than one and then the other. No, rather than the two together. That's what I was trying to say. It's Monday morning, I haven't had enough coffee. Okay, there's friend. And now I've got to find my thanks that I had. Anybody see where it went? I don't think I put it back. But I've got to my, that will do, to my friend. Hopefully I'll find that one in a minute. And the reason I like to do them separately is that you can get them really close together. Whereas if you put them together, obviously you've got an element of the edge of the stamp between the two, so often they're quite a way apart. Okay, so let's find the punch. Which is on my table because I showed it to you. Oh, that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Ah, there it is. It's in with my pens. Okay, so I'm just going to punch this one out here on the bottom. Like so. And then what I could do is punch out if I wanted to get a bit of this yellow border, I could do that, punch that at the same time. But I think what I'm going to do is look for a piece of espresso, if I have it. I do. There we go. And I'm going to punch out as far into the middle as I can get, like so, so that I can use that one. And this can then be reused, because that will sit on top of the aperture I've just made. So I always say to my people at Coffee and Card, just punch right in the middle, and then you can still use that as a layer. Don't try and punch at the bottom, because then you can only use that piece for punching. Okay, now I could have gone for the yellow, but I decided it was going to be too close. So let's lift this up quite high. These two are going together, and then onto there. You could also have it on the side if you wanted to. So let's layer these down. I'm going to put this one on flat. It is my aim one day, Kerry, to get to Australia and or New Zealand one day. I'm hoping Stampin' Up might have a trip there at some point. My sister lived in New Zealand for a good number of years, but I never got out to see her when she was there. She's back in the UK now. Okay, so just popping this down with a few mini dimensionals. Put that on there. Okay, and that can go underneath. As I say, you could also put it onto one side. If you want to see more of the barrel, you would have it on one side or the other. I'm just going to keep that level. Let's grab a white card and we're done. And actually, one thing I want to say is, on the cat stamp set, which I can't actually find, I've lost the plot, folks. No, I can't find it. But on the stamp set, this cat here has got hearts over the top of the cat. And so what I did, I didn't want the hearts to be there all the time. So I cut it off the stamp. So you could then put the hearts just on the background of here if you wanted to. So I've been busy preparing our class in a box packets. So my desk is surrounded by packets of die cuts. So I've got loads of these where I started all the die cutting ready to go out. That's probably why I can't find anything. So it's not as clear as it would normally be. Okay, so I think I'm just going to pop that on there. Morning, Scott. Getting a sneak preview of what we're doing this afternoon. I know Scott has a soft spot for ginger cats, so I'm expecting Scott to do a ginger cat this afternoon. And there we go, there's our finished second card. So there we are. This was the first one I did with the cat in the tree. I think I'm going to add some colour to his eyes, and then this one just now. So a little bit of fun. As I say, if you have this set or anything similar where you've got a posed animal, you can have great fun trying to find different places for them to be posed. Just going to add some yellow eyes to this one. And this one. And that's it. So I look forward to seeing some of you at Coffee and Card this afternoon and tomorrow. This is the last time we'll be using the cat stamp set for the foreseeable future. And tomorrow I will be introducing our new stamp set of the week. So I hope you're able to join me for that. That will be tomorrow evening at 7 PM UK time. So I do hope you're able to join me. In the meantime, have fun, enjoy your crafting, look after yourselves and your loved ones, and thanks for watching. Do take care everyone, have a great day. Bye for now.